In this video, we have brand new GT3 car. We have a brand new circuit, which looks absolutely fantastic. And we have new ways to get new rewards in Gran Turismo 7. Hello everyone and welcome to the biggest patch in Gran Turismo 7 history. New cars straight off the bat then. We're going to go to Brand Central for this one then. Once it loads, you're going to head to Europe for your first car. We're going to scroll down a little bit then and we're going to go to Ferrari. There it is then. And in Ferrari, there's actually two cars in here, but I'm going to get a bit excited here and go straight to the one I'm really interested in, which is this, the 296 GT3 car right there. We'll click into that 1.2 million. There is only one colour though, as we press into there. But, well, it's still a nice livery. Let's have a listen to it. Yes, nice little listen there to the car. Looks fantastic in terms of the interior if you're using VR. Well, there you have it. It's very well detailed indeed. Now, the outside of the car also looks very nice. This is a very well done car here. A brand new car to the Group 3 class, effectively GT3 class, and it's a fantastic addition. It's something the whole community has wanted, is newer GT3 cars. We've skipped completely over the 488 GT3 and gone straight to this, the Ferrari 296 GT3 car. I suspect it's going to be a very strong car in terms of the class, so one I'm going to try out a little bit later on. What we're going to do next, though, is have a look at some of the tuning of the Ferrari here. So we've got slightly bigger canards at the front there. We've got a rear wing change as well in terms of this car. And the car has different side skirts as well. So you can do two fronts, two sides, two wings in terms of that one then. Next up, we go back to Brand Central. We go to Ferrari once again here. And what we're going to be looking for this time is the other brand new Ferrari, which is the 296 GTB right there. 500,000 for this one. And of course, you can pick any color you like. So I'm going to go with two colors. The Rosso Scuderia first. Let's have a listen to this one. Yes, it sounds very nice indeed. Now, I want you to pay particular attention to the interior there. It's red, isn't it? We're going to come back to that shortly because whether this has been in the past or not, it's certainly of interest to me going forward. So it's a very nice looking car. This just reminds me of Shmee 150 because, of course, he has a car. I'm not sure it's the exact same colour. I can't remember the colour Shmee has because he's got a billion of these billion Ferraris in various colours. And obviously, the Ferrari has several red colours as well. There's the front end of the car. Very nice looking car. I'm not sure when I will be using it, but a nice addition if you want to try that car out. However, you may want to try out the tuned version. Now look at the interior here. We've got black now. We've got the yellow stitching. And that's because I also bought the yellow version of the car. So the interior has changed very nicely indeed. And you can see that right there. So we'll go to the external side of it then. So you can change, it's wide body as well. Two fronts, two sides, two rear, and two wings plus a custom wing. So I've gone there with the ducktail wing there on the rear. You can see the front there's got that splitter, and it looks very good indeed with the side skirts as well. It looks kind of crazy, to be honest with you, like an FSX car. Right, next up, we're going to go back into Brand Central to get to the next car. We're going to head to Europe for this one. We're going to head all the way down to Sweden, down at the bottom. No, it's not Koenigsegg. It's Polestar there. So we're going to click into this one now. So in terms of Polestar as well, there is a time trial for this event, which will be coming out later today in terms of what to do here. 120,000 for this electric car then. And there are a couple of colours you can pick from, all in the grey area. Let's have a listen. Sounds very magical, doesn't it? Very nice interior there as well if you use VR. And that's why I'm showing you the interior, just so you can have a little gander. Now, in terms of this car, in addition, I mean, if you like the Polestar 5 or you've got it, you may want to try it. I'm not a particular fan of this car edition, but Polestar obviously coming into Gran Turismo as a manufacturer is good to see. The more manufacturers, the better, in my opinion, because then we get to try all sorts of different cars. Now, in terms of tuning this car, look at the front of that one, the splitter right there. So you've got the choice of a wide body. You have two fronts, two sides, one rear, and two wings. And then you can have a small wing in terms of those, or a custom wing, which makes it a bit larger. And I went with the ducktail fin at the back there as well. Right, next up in terms of cars, we are now heading back into Brand Central and heading to Asia Pacific, and we're going to head towards the Gran Turismo manufacturer. So obviously, this is the custom car made by Gran Turismo. So we go into the showroom here, and there it is right there, the F3500-B. 1 million credits for this car, and a number of liveries to choose from, and some fantastic looking liveries as well there. And let's have a listen to this machine. Yeah, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Now, this livery especially, I loved it. When I saw the red and black one, I was like, yoink, stealing it. Very good looking car. I've not had much time to try this car yet, so that's a car that I definitely will be trying out in the future. Nice addition to the game, in my opinion. I'm not sure the differences between the 3500-A and the B, but I will discover them shortly. Now, in terms of tuning this car, some very interesting changes. You can effectively make a new Formula car. So we've got more of a flat front wing there. So in terms of what you can change, you've got two fronts, two sides, which also change the engine housing design as well. You've got two rear wings. Technically it's the rear changes, but it's technically the wing. It's very confusing, but obviously some more of the rear changes. Right, we've just gone back into Brand Central because you may have seen another new car there. And it's in the Mines section here then. So that's where you buy this car. Now, in terms of the cost, we're going to go to the showroom, and it's 3 million. I had to buy two of these to do the tuning section, so this was a very expensive purchase for me. Now, in terms of colours, there is only one, of course. Let's have a listen to this GTR. So a lovely sounding car. I love the sound of that engine. And this is a fantastic addition, especially for the OG Gran Turismo players. Very much used to the Mines brand being in Gran Turismo. And this car looks fantastic. And guess what? Yes, it's a tuned GTR effectively, but you can tune your own Mines GTR. So you can change the front here then. So you've got two front, two side, two rear, and also three wings. And I went wingless for this one. That counts as one of the wings, obviously, right there. But it still does look fantastic in terms of a car there. And it completely changes the look of it as well. So you can obviously create additional content for yourself. Next car then is in the used car dealership here. And top left, we've got two. So we'll go into the first one here. The Mitsubishi FTO. What a legendary car this is. I've had such memories with this car. Let's have a listen to it. Oh yes, we love a good engine roar. So yeah, plenty of memories in this car. Glad this has been added. I was hoping for the FTO LM edition, but we'll talk about that in just a second. So this is obviously a very historic car. I think it was made in the 90s, maybe? I want to say it's front-wheel drive as well, but it's a fantastic-looking machine. I love the look of this car, and what I really love the look of is the tuned version, because pretty much you can create an LM version yourself, limited edition race car. So look at this, we've got a massive rear wing. You can change the front, so specifically wide body, two front, two side, two rear, three wings, plus the custom wing as well. It looks brilliant. Well played, Gran Turismo, with all those changes you can make to the FTO. Right, let's head back into the used car dealership then, because we're going to our next car, which is the Fiat Panda 30CL. Of course, everybody wants this car. Let's have a listen. And look at that interior. How old school is that? To be fair, it's quite a legendary car. Everyone's seen these out and about at some point in terms of a Fiat Panda. At least it was cheap for me to buy two, to tell you what you can change on it. So yeah, just a standard looking car. No idea when I'm going to use this. Hopefully it comes up in a time trial at some point, because I think it'd be kind of funny. It might even be a daily race A car. Who knows? Now, what you can change there, you can see I've added some stuff to the front. So you have a wide body for this one. You got two fronts, two side, two rear, and one wing. And you can see the wing on the back right there. It looks like an air brake for this car. Although I'm not sure you're going to need any form of braking in this, bearing in mind it's probably about 1 horsepower. Right, for the next car then, it's the final car. We're going to head to the legendary dealership for this one. And right there for 2 million credits is the Renault Espace F1. What a legendary car this is. You can see it right there. Let's purchase this for 2 million and have a listen. So there you have it. Sounds absolutely fantastic there in terms of a car. The interior looks amazing. The outside just looks absolutely bonkos. And yeah, what a fantastic addition this is. This is a really good car to add, because you don't see this very often in any other games or sims. So well played to Gran Turismo for adding this one. And it just looks awesome. It looks awesome. It's obviously legendary with its historic nature, with putting an F1 engine in it. And yeah, what a brilliant addition. You can't tune this car in any way, so you've only got that to look at in the grand scheme of it. I say that. The massive wing on the back. Right, next up then, we are going to be looking at new tracks and events. So, of course, we have 2 new tracks. We're going to head to the Canadian track first of all then. So we go into World Circuits. We're then going to head to Americas on the left-hand side there. And when we click into this one here, you're going to head to the top right-hand side here. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve is right there. So when you press into this one, then what you actually are going to experience is the fact that it's got a few events in here as well. So we click into this one. We have the Nissan GTR Cup. But I promise you there's another one. I just haven't got that far in the menu items because I don't really like the career, as you know. So I haven't unlocked it, so I really need to get on with that. Also, I noticed this hint button. Was that there before? I don't remember it, but hey, it's there if you didn't know it was there. So, little tip for you. Right, next up then, Yas Marina. So that's in EMEA, so the Middle East. So we're going to head down towards that bottom right-hand side, the United Arab Emirates, for the Yas Marina circuit. In terms of Gilles Villeneuve, by the way, there's only one layout. And speaking of layouts, there's only one layout here for Yas Marina as well. Although all three events are showing for me right here then. So we have the Ferrari Circuit Challenge that you can see right there. So, of course, you're going to need a Ferrari. For the 296, obviously, that has just been added. Next up, then, we have the World Touring Car there, which is a PP event, 800 or less. Arguably, that's going to be for the GT3 car, as that was obviously in the image. And then finally, we have one more event here, which is the Group 1 Prototype Series. So pick your prototype and have some fun at Yas Marina. Once again, only one layout, which is a bit annoying, if I do say so myself, because there's plenty of layouts at Yas Marina that could be used, especially for some smaller horsepower cars. Right, the next event then, we're going to go to Blue Moon Bay Speedway eventually, as I click into this right here. And on the far right side, because we have needed events for all cars, this is for the FTO. So this is the Japanese FF Challenge 450 event. Blue Moon Bay Infield a cracking circuit, if I do say so myself. So an event that I really do need to try out. Right, the next event, we're going back into EMEA. So no new events for the Asia area. And we're going to head to Goodwood for this one then. And Goodwood Mud Circuit has got the European Sunday Cup 400, which is, of course, for that Fiat Panda that has been added. Maybe I can use that air brake here for the chicane, or maybe just take off in it. Who knows? Right, next up then, in terms of what's been added to the game, we're going to look at extra menus. Now, this is where it gets very interesting indeed. So, we've got 4 extra menus. We're going to go into this one then. We're going to head all the way down to the bottom. And first up, we have the Alfa Romeo Legends. This is quite an expensive extra menu if you haven't bought the cars, but you do get a 6-star roulette ticket if you already have them, which I do, as you can see right there. Next up, we have the legendary Road Racers. Again, quite an expensive one, but you can see right there the cars you need. A 6-star roulette ticket. Audi TT makes an appearance. You get a 4-star roulette ticket for that. Arguably for 4 rings. Who knows? Maybe that's a correlation they've made. They look quite like Easter eggs. I will get my words out. And then we have Mazda there if you have that available. That's a 5-star roulette ticket. So 2 6-stars, 1 4-star, and 1 5-star ticket. We stay in the cafe and go to the top right-hand side where we have this seasonal menu. So they're going to start adding these in, which arguably is just going to be free rewards for people who already have the cars. Like, I bought these, obviously, to do the video. I could just automatically receive those rewards. 6-star roulette ticket right there. So I've got quite a few rewards to go in terms of this patch, which is nice. Just free additions. Right, engine swaps. There's a lot of tuners out there. What can you do? So I've gone back in the FTO. You can actually do the F1 car as well. That's just been added, the F3500. But 325,000 engine swap for this one to get the Evo Final Group B engine in there. And here are your engine swaps. So lots of Chevrolet in there. The Gran Turismo Formula cars you can see right there. Just a massive list. Massive list. Really well played with this list, Gran Turismo. So you can, once again, create your own content and get additional cars, essentially. So different looks, different styles, different sounding cars. And we're going to have a watch of the best animation in GT. It's so good, that animation. Honestly, it's my favourite animation like they've ever done, to be honest with you. Right, when you first start it then, this is a really good addition. So your collector level goes to 70. That's the maximum level. We did figure that out on the preview video. However, what is really interesting now is during the between 50 and 70, you get additional rewards. And I believe it's going to be these invitations, which have no expiry date, and they're permanent. And because I'm level 70, I get all of them, which is fantastic. This is a brilliant, brilliant change that Gran Turismo needed so that you can buy any car you want, because the invitation system previously was absolutely stupid. Now it works how I would expect it to work, in a roundabout sort of way. This is fair play by Gran Turismo. So you got the luck of the draw before you get to this level to potentially get an invitation. Otherwise, you've collected so many cars, you automatically get an invitation. Bang, how it works. Now, the Power Play, or Power Pack, should I say, ship is down in the bottom left-hand side. That's a separate video that will come to the channel, hopefully tomorrow. So do check that out, because that's additional content that we do need to check out. This is all the free content. Right, we're going to go into multiplayer changes and lobby settings, where it has changed. So now, room privacy, you've got public, friends only, and private. Private is the new one right now, and that's obviously a previous feature that was in Gran Turismo that was taken away, that we now have once again. So additional stuff here in the lobby, you can now turn slipstream off, which some of you will really want in terms of your championships, because slipstream can be very extreme in some cars. So you can turn it off right there. This is fantastic. Well played, Gran Turismo, for that one right there. Of course, if you're only doing quali rounds, even better for that. You can do minimum number of pit stops, so up to 5 there. Although I've got it on less laps, I think, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that correlates with laps. I probably should have tested that before this video. And you can do a required tyre type change as well, which is good for championships. You don't have to monitor that anymore. You can also, because you have private rooms, enter the room IDs to join those private rooms. So that's also good to see that they have thought about that functionality. Well played with that, Gran Turismo. Lots of private championships are going to love that situation. Right, next up then, the Datalogger. So this is where it gets interesting. So I'm very interested in this. I'm very much into my data. As you know, I'm partnered with Coach Dave Academy and the Delta app. Now, I struggled to get going here because obviously it doesn't say there you can't load their data. Because what they haven't thought about is the fact people hide their replays. And I talked about this when they announced it. People hide their replays and they do it on purpose so that people cannot compete with them. So I can't load the top 2 replays here. I eventually went to Dan Holland, who I know uploads their replays because they're fair. They just... they always upload it for everybody else. So now I can use it. This is going to become a problem going forward, I'm sure. But let's see how it happens. Now, I'm watching the replay right now of the Datalogger. Essentially, it's showing me versus Holland's lap, which is 3 tenths difference. Now, as I go through this, I'm like, oh, we're very close. We're matching. I couldn't quite work out why we were so close matching when we really weren't. Turns out you need to change the mode. So I did change the mode. You can see now that the ghost has changed, and now I can follow exactly where I'm losing and gaining time, which is good. This is exactly how I would expect it to work, and I can see where I lose and gain time. That is brilliant. I prefer that mode. That mode should be default, not the other one. So I really wish they'd change that, and hopefully they do change that. You press triangle to change the mode, then you can reset position, etc. But it is implemented fairly okay. There are some issues with it in the grand scheme of it, in my opinion, like accelerator, brake, etc. It needs to be more prominent, but it is what it is. Now, in terms of this patch then, in terms of 1.65, obviously I'm not talking about the power pack right now. This, for me, is the best Gran Turismo 7 patch that has ever been released. It's free, which is fantastic. We've got lots of new content in there. Arguably, some of the cars I'm not that interested in. Some of the cars I'm very much interested in, like the GT3 car. I love GT3. The Formula car as well, like you're seeing it in the background. And of course, the 2 new circuits. I don't think we've ever had 2 new circuits come at once. Now, with Yas Marina, which I'm showing in the background right now, you can see there's lots of different layouts that could be there. So I'm a bit disappointed in the fact there's not more layouts, but maybe they're to come in the future. And I can accept that if they are going to come in the future. But let's see what happens with that. In terms of the look at Yas Marina, fantastic. Circuit type, fantastic. There's going to be lots of racing here because you have long straights into hard braking zones. Presents good overtaking opportunities. Same for Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Again, large acceleration periods into hard braking. Turn 1 at Gilles Villeneuve is very interesting. Or the pit lane, actually, should I talk about first? Because the pit lane, the way the pit lane and start-finish line works, I think you could pit, let's just say it's a 10-lap race. On the final lap, you decide to pit on lap 10 to do the mandatory pit stop. I think you could do it on lap 10 because the pit is before the start-finish line. Very interesting indeed. We'll see if that does work or not, or whether they put something in place where you can't do that. But yeah, Gilles Villeneuve, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, some fantastic overtaking spots there. That's only got 1 layout, but I expected that because it's in a park in Montreal, of course. Whereas here at Yas Marina, I expected more layouts, and not quite happened there. But it does look amazing. It really does. Now, bot changes, balance and performance changes. Has there been any? No. So we'll see how that works out. I have a very funny feeling the Ferrari GT3 car, the new one, the 296, is going to be very, very, very strong. But we'll see what happens in the Group 3 category. Look at the visual of that. That is fantastic with that hotel. Well played, Gran Turismo. This is a fantastic edition. And I really, 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 really do love this patch. What are your thoughts on this patch then? Do let me know down below in the comments. If you have enjoyed this video, as always, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and give it the hype button if the hype button is available to you. I really appreciate that, and it does support the channel massively. And I appreciate you all watching. 2 videos there to check out. Lots of content to come with this new content, so make sure you stay tuned by subscribing right now, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.